Alright guys, it's time to talk about Telcoin or TEL on the channel for the first time since August the 9th. So we're talking about almost 2.5 months here. And yeah, you can see we are stuck in this channel. We haven't been able to break out of it. And we haven't even broken down from it either. We actually touched the bottom of this channel on the 10th when everything seemed like it was falling and going to hell. But anyways, we are getting a little bit of a bounce today. It's actually up about 12.5% if I'm looking at my chart right now on my phone. And yeah, we are working on actually getting above 0.0042, although we are getting a little bit of downside pressure. If I zoom in here, you can see this is about to turn into a red candle. Although we did have a nice bullish hammer candle yesterday, it did punch through 0.0039, so that's a good sign. But we do need to get above this point here. So let's see if we can do that later today, and let's take a look at these indicators and see what's going to happen here in the future. Now, taking a quick look at the volume profile here, guys, you can see we are right here on the candlestick of this one right here. Actually, this appears to be the 5th largest candlestick of them all. Now the point of control sits at 0.0052, so we are a little bit below that. But once we get above about 0.0055, we're going to be able to stair step our way up here. So it's going to get a little bit easier after that point. But Telcoin does have a lot of work here to get to at least the point of control and then get over that hump basically. Now the Bollinger Bands on a weekly time frame here, you can see these blue lines right here and right here, guys. They're kind of running parallel, although they are a bit narrow. You can see on a weekly time frame they have been much wider until about this summer, midsummer, and now they're just kind of they're not so narrow, but they're basically like an intestine, and they're still going parallel from one another. So not really any pinching, which is what we need. If we go to the daily time frame, yeah, again, we kind of have an intestine here. And there's not really any narrowness. You had some narrowness back here in July, but since then, it's still pretty wide in my opinion. Now looking at the RSI and stochastic here, the stochastic is actually about to cross this red line with the blue line here. It's very oversold, so that's a good sign. Probably about to move to the upside. Now the RSI is still pointed down. We do need this to move back to the upside, of course, but it's at one of the lowest points it's ever been as well. So that's also not too bad. Now, 1 day time frame, we have this blue line probably about to cross the red line and move back to the upside. RSI is kind of slanted up here, but just slightly. So let's see what happens with that. Still overall pretty good. 4 hour time frame, the blue line looks like it's about to cross the red line and probably move down, unfortunately. RSI is slightly pointed down, so 4 hour time frame not so good. 1 hour time frame, it's going down actually on the stochastic here pretty heavily. RSI is still moving up though. Now that's, pretty much a mixed signal in my opinion. If we look at the 15-minute time frame, it's oversold here. Just crossed the red line to the upside with the blue line, so that's good. And the RSI is also going up. So 15-minute looks fine. And like I said, these longer term time frames, this is what we're more concerned with, guys. The weekly, the daily, these look okay in my opinion. So we also have the 15-minute on our side. So maybe let's look at this on a 4 hour time frame and get rid of these guys. I do think we're probably going to just hang on here to the 0.0039, maybe come down, even touch it, and then get a bounce here. So once the 1 hour and 4 hour reset, I do think we'll make a run to 0.0042. One more indicator to look at, guys, is the MACD, and you can see we are in a dark red period. So this is kind of interesting. Most things haven't been in a dark red period for several weeks like this, but unfortunately this is, and the blue line actually is moving down here. So that's not a good sign. We do need this to start curving back to the upside and recross this red line to the upside. So if we look at this on a daily time frame, we do have a light red candle here forming, so that's a good sign. It may be that this is cooling off and we're going to see some green period here. So if we look at this, it looks like the blue line is just slightly, well, it's kind of flat, but I do think it's going to start curving up here, probably cross this red line to the upside. So on the daily time frame, I am hopeful, but the weekly time frame, I can say it doesn't look good on the MACD still. Now, taking a little deeper look here, there was 25 million secured for digital asset bank for Telcoin. So that was 3 days ago, guys. But if we go back to the price action, we can see 3 days ago, we were pretty much in a free fall. So it didn't really help us, unfortunately. And anyways, let's take a look at this. Telcoin is number 206 coin, up about 12.5% today. Max supply is 100 billion coins here. That's not too bad, guys. When you have a following. Now, I can say from my videos, guys, Telcoin usually gets a lot of views. So I can see it's something like TRX or ADA or XRP, guys. There's just a big following. And especially at this price point, guys, a lot of people will buy these coins up because they believe in the project. So this price, I would say it's not a bad buy. I might actually pick some up myself. We'll see. I don't have any Telcoin, I should go ahead and say. But anyways, pretty much everything is already circulating. There's only about 5 billion coins that aren't circulating from this. Now, if we go down, the all-time high was about 6.5 cents. So you're getting about a 94% discount. Now, this was about 4 years ago, guys. So this isn't really a new project. So can it get to 6.5 cents? Again, this I would say has a chance, but typically you don't see it from older coins, especially when they're down more than like 95%, especially at, this point late in the bull run, guys. So, maybe 3, 4, 5 cents might not make its all-time high, guys. But we'll see. Now, the all-time low 5 years ago, so if you picked it up there, guys, you're still 6,000% up, so you can be a millionaire now. Looking at Bitcoin here, we are hanging on barely by a thread, guys, right on 106,464. So let's see if we can get a bounce here. Now, if we go to the weekly time frame, it looks pretty devastating. I would like to reclaim at least a couple of these, weekly levels. I wouldn't like to break this level here at basically 108, 200. If we can get above that before the weekend ends, that would be the best thing. Now, we will create a CME gap, which we will probably need to fill, I guess. But hey, I would rather, get up and then deal with that CME gap later. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. I have partnerships with Bybit, MEXC, BingX, Bitrue, BTC, WEX, and CoinEx, guys. Also, you can get Moodix here. You can get a free 7-day trial. Guys, if you're looking for a cold wallet, check out my link here. You can get 17% off your CypherRock wallet today, and you can follow me on X here. Now, looking at Bitcoin monthly returns, we're about 6% down at the moment. Now, we just had 6 green months in a row, so are we going to get a red month this month? It's possible, guys, but we still have 13 days, so we still have plenty of time. It's not the worst month we would have ever had. In 2014, we were down about 13%. So, we would be right in the middle because we had 4% down in 2018. Now, the average return in October, though, is about 20% still. So, still time. Don't give up hope, guys. Jumping over to the Ethereum price, we are hanging on to the bottom of this box. Now, in my opinion, we need to get out of this box. This is not a good box to be in. It's okay to test it as support, I would say. If we put this on a weekly time frame, we will see we have retested this box several times. Actually, about 4 weeks here in the last, 9 weeks or so, we have retested, but we haven't gone this deep and closed the candle down here. So, in my opinion, it is not a good thing to be here. I would rather, get up at least to about $4,100. I just don't know if that's going to happen on a weekend without any news. Now, looking at the total market cap, guys, you can see we're at 3.59 trillion. We do have 3.5 trillion as a support on the daily time frame right now. This week we did hit 3.45 trillion. But in my opinion, I would like to at least reclaim 3.67 trillion because you can see we did have a lot of touch points here. And I think that would be the ideal situation. Ideal, of course, would be a green candle, but that's probably not going to happen anyways. But if we look at the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, we are trying to reclaim 1.45 trillion on the daily time frame right now. We did get a rejection, though, at 1.46 trillion or 7 trillion. Actually, we're at 1.46 right now. 1.47 was the rejection here. That's that green line. It's a weekly resistance right now for us. But again, if we put this on a weekly time frame, this is what it looks like. And there's still plenty of time, guys. We still have about a day and a half here. Now looking at the Bitcoin dominance, guys, we are getting a red candle here on the daily time frame, so this is good. However, let me remind you, we did kind of have a fake out here on the 13th, and we got back above this trend line. Now this trend line goes back to mid-September, so it's a little bit more than a month. So let's see, maybe we're finally going to break down, but we have 58.61% supporting us, and this is a weekly support, so we do need to close a candle tomorrow, Sunday to Monday, below this for it not to support us anymore. So keep that in mind. These are weekly supports at the moment, 58.61, 58.12. And yeah, if we look at this on a weekly time frame though, we did get a red candle so far this week. And you know, let's see, we still have 1 day and 15 hours. USDT dominance, guys, is above 5%, but it looks like today people are starting to put back in some money. We have had, 4 green candles, and these are pretty big green candles in a row. So let's see, maybe we can lose some of these supports. Now, keep in mind, my green lines are always weekly supports and resistances. So we need to close Sunday to Monday. Altcoin season index at a 41 today, so that's not that great, guys. We're more trending towards Bitcoin season, unfortunately. Liquidation heat map, we're still pretty elevated, guys. 432 million in the last 24 hours. Now, if we take a look at the fear and greed, it's at a 23 right now. Yesterday was a 22. In my opinion, though, this is a good thing because people are fearful. But guys, when there's fear, you know, when there's blood in the streets, they say, you know, you should buy. So basically, when there's fear, you should buy. This is probably one of the best times to buy if you've been looking to buy some of these coins that you've been missing out on, guys. Not financial advice, though, but yeah, you can take advantage right now, of course. Bull market peak indicators still 0 from 30 have been hit, so it's still 100% hold. Pi cycle top indicator is, you know, trending more towards 50% at the moment. And yeah, this is basically what this looks like, guys. 53% on the Pi cycle top indicator. You know, it does look like this orange line is kind of moving away from the green line. Now, looking at the economic calendar for next week, guys, we do have industrial production numbers on Monday. We have U.S. leading index. We do have some speakers speaking this week as well. I'm not going to name them all. Thursday, we have jobless claims. And Friday, we got CPI. We got the global manufacturing PMI, global composite PMI, services PMI. We got Michigan numbers, guys. I'm not sure about CPI, though, if it will come out if the government is still shut down. Now, Moodyx is still showing the sentiment is still risk on, and that trend is growing. Friday was actually a very positive day. The week was very positive. You know, the month is still positive, and year, guys. So, you know, it's just not translating to crypto, unfortunately. We have a lot of fear still. But yeah, the sentiment is still risk on here. Now, looking at FedWatch tools, guys, there's actually talk of a half-point cut here still. Yesterday, this was at like 5% or 6% though, guys. So 99% chance though that we're still just going to get a quarter-point cut. But there's still a possibility, a 1% possibility right now that we may get a half-point cut. Looking at Polymarket though, we do have a little bit different, you know, odds here. 94% chance that we're going to get that quarter-point cut, but a 3% chance that we're going to get a 50 basis point cut. So we have 1% on FedWatch tools, we have 3% here. So let's say there's probably about a 2% chance. Now, if we go to Trueflation, it's at 2.21% at the moment. So still around 2.2. We've been there for quite a while, actually. Now, if we go to Crypto Bubbles, the day is actually looking pretty good. Hour not so good, though, but most of the things are in green. So I don't know, maybe the COAI has pushed this red, but who knows, guys. The day is still green, so that's positive. Now, if you're looking to stake your coins, guys, there's actually only one deal here in CoinOndo, so it's in Bitrue, and it's for very little percent. But anyways, check it out, guys. There may be other deals in other places. And anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends. Check out some of those deals that I have below, guys. I truly appreciate those who have been using my links because I do get commission. It's a very small commission, of course. But if you're trading hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, then yeah, I might see some dollars, of course. But anyways, guys, I really appreciate it. And guys, I will see you in the next one.